Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to not be broke. Pretty much everyone I know doesn't know how to manage money, and I'm very fortunate that my mom randomly took a budget class one day and learned how when I was in 8th grade, and she taught me. But most people don't know how to balance a budget. Most people don't even know how to budget. And if your parents don't know and they don't teach us that in school, nobody's gonna know how to be good with money. So the first thing you need to know about not being broke is how to make a budget. A lot of people don't know how to do that, or they feel like I'm scared to budget because it's gonna limit me and I won't be able to have fun. That's not true at all. It's actually quite the opposite. If you plan and budget your money well, then you will have more money, so you can do more of the things that you want. Basically, all you have to do is write a list of all your monthly expenses. That is like all your bills. That is like groceries, anything that is absolutely necessary. And for groceries, you should write out how much you want to spend, how much you think is an appropriate amount. For me, it's $25 per person per week. That is all I need to eat a healthy, full balanced diet for the week. And sometimes I go a little bit above that, but then the next week I'll go below that, and it's not hard for me to do that at all. But yeah, so making a budget, you literally just write out all your monthly expenses, how much you want to spend on groceries, how much you want to spend on eating out. So just try to limit yourself, like how much do you really need for each category. And that number at the end is how much money you need to make each month. Or you find a way to lower your expenses, maybe cut your internet bill for the month, or cut your phone bill if you need more money and you don't have a way of making extra money at the time. So I have Excel spreadsheets that I'm selling on Fiverr for $5 each. It calculates everything for you in the Excel spreadsheet, and it just makes everything a lot more easier. So if you guys are interested in that, instead of writing it out, doing it yourself, I will leave the link below. Then the second point of not being broke is having an emergency fund. For me, that looks like $1,000, but it depends on what you own. If you have a house, you should have at least $10,000 to $20,000 in an emergency fund, just because you never know what could go wrong and you have to pay for that. I have an apartment, I rent, so if something goes wrong, I call the property manager and they take care of it. I do not have to pay for any of that, which is why I'm renting right now. But yeah, so having an emergency fund, you don't know if your tire blows out tomorrow. You don't know what could happen. Any kind of emergency could happen, and in order to be less stressed and plan for it, you should always have $1,000, at least $1,000, depending on your expenses and what you own, on the side, so that shit comes up and it's annoying, but you have the money there. It's okay, you have the money, so you don't have to stress out that much. My dad would always tell me you can't plan for emergencies, but I disagree. I think if you have money on the side, that's there and you don't touch it, and that is just for emergencies, and then you use it, put the money back, make extra money, put it back. You're always going to be okay no matter what happens. And then after you're able to have $1,000 for an emergency fund, create a savings for more, things you want to do. You have to have money to do what you want. So I think a comfortable savings would look like at least 3 to 6 months of your income. In case you lose your job, you don't know what's going to happen. I also think it's always good to have on-demand or on-app jobs like Postmates. because something could come up, and instead of like having to go through your savings, you can just work extra hours next week and not even have to worry about it. Like some jobs, you know, you get paid salary, you get paid this much twice a week or twice a month, and that's it. And you can't get more hours. You already work full time or something. I would always suggest for everyone to sign up on Postmates or Uber Eats or something so they can have extra income, because you really never know if you're going to need extra money whatever month. And it's just nice to have because you always have a job no matter what happens. You're never going to lose a job. After you create a budget, stick to it, get an emergency fund, and then start working on your savings. Then if you have any debt, you should start paying that off. I've just watched debt really control people's lives, and you just have to manage it and get it out of the way, because once it's gone, like there's no one has any financial hold over you. No one, you know, the bank can't take your house. The bank, you know, no one can take anything from you if you own everything and you actually own it and you're done paying for it. You do not owe anything to anyone to paying off your debt. I think that is so important. You know, most people have debt now. I'm very fortunate that I don't, and I hope I never do. And of course shit happens, and sometimes, you know, it's nice to have to be able to get a loan when you need it, but it's definitely a lot easier to live life debt free. And when you don't have a financial hold over you, you know, you feel a lot more free, like you can do a lot more things because no one can control you. And the last step that I think everyone should know how to do if you don't want to stay broke. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and it's just not a comfortable way to live. And I think there's two types of people in the world. There are people who rather push everyone around them down and not give them any information so they can be powerful and have all the control. And then there are people who get information and just want to share it with everyone so we can all rise together. I am the latter kind of person, and I think the former kind of person are the people who are currently running our world, and that needs to change. We need to win together. So the last step into knowing how to not be broke is probably one of the most simple concepts that people don't really talk about, because, you know, the people who do know it and want to make all the money, and they don't want other people to understand this simple concept, so no one else is making money, they make more of the money. So what it is to learn how to flip things. Whatever it is you like, cars, phones, it doesn't matter. Basically what you have to do is you have to know everything about that product and get it a lot less than what the retail value is. Now you might do that from going on Craigslist and meeting up with people and testing something, and people sell old things that are still in really good condition all the time that you can just slightly fix whatever problem it is with it, and sell it for close to the regular price. And then that's how you make profit. That is a simple concept. That is how every business model is made, is to basically get things in bulk or get them for a lot cheaper than what they usually cost, which means you have to have money to make money. So you have to have maybe an extra few $100s or an extra $1,000 on the side, so then you can go buy something and sell it for more than what you paid for to make profit. That is the most simple concept of how to start any business, and I just think it's information that everyone should have, and everyone should know how to not be broke. And these are the simple steps. I hope this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in a minute.